Alright, welcome back to Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Alright, so we just got some backstory on, I think it's Billy Bryant, or Bill Bryant. The whole reason Silas Greaves is even on this vendetta trip. So, let's get back into it. Maybe. Yes. Here we go. Getting back in.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself.
Makes sense.
I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
So, just in case you don't remember,
we
lost all our brothers.
With the intention of forcing the train to stop.
To Bob Bryant.
Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above, so I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Bob Bryant, yep. Yeah, so he strung us up to a tree and hit our horses out from under us, and our two brothers died. So it's just us. This one seems a little more safe. Not that any of them seem safe. No. Nope, not where we needed to go. Whoa! Jeez. Let me just walk off the edge. It's like in old Prince of Persia. I don't know, I wouldn't have done that. That's not how it ended. If you died, it would reset you back. And the prince, who was basically narrating it, would be like, no, that's not how it went.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Alright.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. First, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Like cross this? I assume? Jump onto the train, yep.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall.
Where are all these guys still on?
I found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Oh, come on. There we go. That rifle ammo. What?
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Is he right above us? I think he was right above us.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
What? Oh, right in front of us, a shotgunner. I don't know, yeah? Whew.
At times, it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
It's hard to dodge that shotgunner. I mean, you would think not even possible, obviously, but... we open one of these? No. Go around the right? Oh, climb.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
The Grand Posse.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the Wild Bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that?
He's out of his mind!
Is that Silas?
Got cover! Retreat! Retreat!
I don't even know for sure. I feel like I get an instant of... they don't have under this magnificent fire modified its spring to allow extra bullets. In addition, it's lighter, more durable. I feel like I get a second of, like, bullet time. Huh.
He's killing everybody!
Zoom in on this.
We'll kill you!
Gonna cut you, boy!
Wait, R2 to break it.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left, and I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Can I just stay on this?
If you want to live!
All the XP.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean.
One of my
And
favorite
Kid
movies,
Curry.
Butch Cassidy
And maybe
and
Elsie
Sundance.
Lay. Though some folks might dispute that. On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's one of my favorite westerns. Pretty funny, too.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Alright, we do have some skills. I don't like the shoddy at all, so we're gonna go with this. Yep, sure. Don't stop killing friends as soon. Your combo meter will stay active for 50% longer. Oh, that's nice. Carry more of these deadly revolver bullets. Oh, that's way nice. Oh, capacity. It's not the actual clip, though. Oh, well. That's good for now. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of... I don't know one way or the other, but, you know, it's said that Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid made it out alive, and they lived their lives like normal, and then there's the people that say that they died in that shootout, and I think it was Mexico or it was South Texas. I can't remember for sure. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but also this was called 130 to Hell. If you guys haven't seen 310 to Yuma, that movie is also a fantastic Western. Anyways, let's keep going.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
So I shot Curry and I guess didn't kill him, just took him to prison. I guess I'm a bounty hunter, not necessarily out to kill all of them, but
That kid Curry's kind of crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
alright. Is there an explosive barrel? That looks explosive. Wait, that is.
Who's shooting at?
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Oh boy. Alright, rude.
Kill him!
Rocks.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Oh, sorry. Oh, do I have to find this? No? Butch Cassidy. Find clues as to the whereabouts. Okay.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Alright. Stopping another train heist, or at least trying to. Next morning. Okay.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children. Though some say it was only 5.
Jeez.
Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told
gosh.
me.
Fat Sally.
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow
thanks
us
for
up
that.
now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
This is a really precarious setup for holding the train. Can I probably shouldn't blow that up, I guess. Alright.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Yes, there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one.
Yeah, that's right.
Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Oh, there is is still a zoom. That's why it's so weird. Oh gosh.
You can
I thought L1 controlled the left gun and R1 to the right, but nope.
Now you're dead. You just
Armored
ready for a
shotgun.
belly full of buckshot.
Oh, I guess I didn't have my, what is that kind of last stand, survive death shot thing? The dodge. The Matrix dodge. That's what I meant to say. Good heavens. Alright, it's not what I meant to say, but... This. Okay, let's put this down.
If we don't kill him, the kid will kill him. Damn you! Get out here! Oh! Give it up there, and I'll let you go!
Alright, where's that armored shotgunner?
Hell's a cup! I'm going out!
There
So,
we go.
what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Shot the rope? Ah.
Damn you!
Gotcha. Okay. Where to? Oh, right there.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually, there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
gonna cut you in two.
I'm actually like afraid of those guys. They do so much damage.
You ain't killing me.
Whoa.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Alright. Going up here. Yeah, I know about a nugget. Climbing down. I feel like I've been through here. Oh. Jeez, I just climbed up through there. Okay.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell.
No.
I had to catch it.
Oh, great.
The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment.
Oh, whew, jeez.
Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed that last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
I guess I haven't kept track of the timeline to see how old we are between when this first started and now.
Kill that SOB!
Make him bleed!
Send him to forget!
Clearly, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's Tracer and Kid Curry ass me!
Dirtier than a damn fruitcake!
Jeez, alright, okay.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Alright. Oh, jeez, yeah, it was. Find somewhere else to go. Certainly not there. Real men shoot chickens before killing their opponent during... Oh, no way. That's a thing?
This is the last mistake you'll ever make! I think he's scared!
I doubt I can hide behind the cactus, but I guess we'll give it a try. To it. I don't know if I can shoot him though.
You can't beat me! That smells like a killie! God damn it, I need some help here!
Leave him,
come on, boys! Take this sumbitch out! Shit! This is the last mistake you'll ever make! Give me a hand here, goddammit!
Eventually, I brought that tunnel
all right.
down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself.
Works for me.
He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Oh, I'm getting away with it. Are we going for a showdown? So same guy, second time. Is that his prison outfit on, it looks like? The black and white stripes. Oh, I was way too slow on that. Alright. Man, I've only one-shotted, like, what, 2 of these, maybe?
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
I wonder if there was a chicken. I should have looked.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Rude.
Those were his last words.
As they should be. Yeah, weapon of choice, the rifle, definitely. Alright. Next, let's see what we got.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Yeah, nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
All right, friends, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If not, don't sweat it. Leave a comment, subscribe as well if you want to get any future updates. But if not, as always, your viewership is appreciated, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me, friends.